Welcome to the MMA VCast. I am your host, Maverick King. I am joined on the other side of the planet by my kid brother, Remington. We're going to be talking about and predicting UFC 132. We were both 2-1 in our predictions of UFC 131, so we're going to try to go undefeated this week. And we're talking about Dominic Cruz and Uriah Faber and a stacked card. Absolutely love this card. Both of us do. And first of all, I love it more than anything. Remy, out of all these cards and all these fights on this card, which one are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I am biased because Chris Leben is one of my top three fighters, so I'm going to have to go with Chris Leben and Mr. Vanderlei Silva, which is going to be an epic battle on the feet, which my boy will, I'm sure, come out on top.
Yeah, I think that is an absolutely beautiful matchup. Vanderlei Silva, Chris Leben. Interesting matchup in the sense that Chris Leben is a guy that is still in the title pick. He's not on almost anybody's top 10 list, but this guy is a beast, and he looked great last year. Obviously had the bad fight against Brian Stann, but Brian Stann's showing that he's a top 5 guy, so he's no one to mess around with. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Chris Leben bounces back. And Vanderlei Silva's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to show if he's still a competitor in this division, especially a stacked division like the middleweight. It's going to be interesting to see how both guys shake out. And I like Chris Leben in this one. I like him by decision.
I'm going to have to choose Mr. Leben, obviously. If you guys have ever noticed on Wikipedia, it goes to a record. It'll show, like, when it shows a record of a fighter, it'll say, like, decision, and then in parentheses, unanimous decision, okay? Or just unanimous. And then if it's like TKO, it'll be strikes or elbows, punches, whatever. In this case, it's going to say on his record, KO, in parentheses, death, because it will be a brutal slaughter of Vanderlei. Vanderlei is going to get crippled by the cripple. And Chris is going to come out and pick him apart in the first round, and then he's going to find that vicious left hand, and and Vanderlei will be sent home packing. And that'll be a wrap in the words of the mighty Joe Rogan.
Very interesting. Victory by cripple. I like that. Okay, Tito Ortiz, Ryan Bader. Now, I am one of the everybody who thinks that Tito Ortiz is a little past the point of fighting. Just a little. And the problem I have with this is that he obviously is in the UFC because blackmail. There's something he's holding that the Fertitas, that Dana White aren't releasing him for. So I don't know what that is. Could be pictures. It could be a contract that the devil signed that will burn the Fertitas' soul in hell if they cut Tito Ortiz. So I'm thinking those are pretty probable answers to why he's still in the UFC. Not winning in 5 years usually means you're not one of the best in the world. But hey, that's just my standards. I don't write the rules. So I'm going to have to take Ryan Bader in this one, considering that Ryan Bader is an absolute beast who crushes people. And I don't think he's going to take very kindly to looking at 2 losses after losing to Jones. And I'm going to think that if this doesn't end up being a 30-26 decision for Ryan Bader, it will be the biggest upset in UFC history.
Yes, oh my gosh. There's no, does Tito Ortiz even think it's possible for him to win? Like, there's no way Tito's going into this being like, oh yeah, I'm going to win. Like, no big deal. I can take this fight, Ryan Bader. Like, come on. You are high if you're thinking that.
Not even Jenna Jameson is picking Tito Ortiz to win this fight.
The only person in the entire planet who's Jenna Jameson. Oh, that's hilarious. Anyway, Tito Ortiz doesn't stand a chance anywhere in this entire match. I like Ryan Bader he'll pick him apart on the feet. Tito's going to get a gash across his face like he always does. And then Ryan Bader will take him down and ground him down in 3 rounds. It'll be a 30-27, probably a 30-26. And then Ryan Bader will get some better opponent, but I don't know who that is at this point. But I definitely think it's going to be a one-sided, beat down, needless to say, for 3 rounds.
I like that. All right. And we have Dominic Cruz for the Bantamweight Championship of the World against Uriah Faber, the California kid. Now, I fully admit I'm a little biased because Uriah Faber happens to be from Northern California, which we are both from. And quite honestly, that's where the best fighters come from. It's basically a fact. I haven't really heard of too many great fighters coming from, North Dakota or something. It's nothing personal. It's just that happens that something about NorCal that God touched. It's quite possible this is the Eden of the world. So it's just a possibility. I like Uriah Faber in this one just because he is so well-rounded. And his unbelievable stand-up, great takedowns, great attacks, he is just one of the most well-rounded fighters. I think you could argue that he's a top 5 pound for pound once he wins this belt. And I don't think Dominic Cruz can quite prepare himself for Uriah Faber, who's, in my opinion, one of the best fighters in the world. I like Uriah Faber. I like him to go 5 rounds, 50-45. Boom.
Yep, this is going to be like the Mizugaki fight, I think. Faber, Lassie fight. I think he's going to come out and look nice and crisp in his stand-up. We'll get moving. We'll find his rhythm, start pounding away. And then in the second round, Cruz is going to he's going to find the right hand that's going to connect with Cruz's jaw. Cruz will go down. Faber will jump on his back, sink in the choke, and that will be it for Mr. Cruz. And Uriah Faber will be crowned the Bantamweight champion of the UFC. And he will set in stone that he is top 10 pound-for-pound material and the best bantamweight in the world.
For sure. All right, now we just want a really quick hit. Usually we don't talk about the prelims or any of the other fights on the card. However, there are a lot of notable fighters fighting on this card. So we just really quick want to throw them out there. We have Aaron Simpson on Brad Tavares. Both brutally tough guys. A-Train coming back. This is going to be a tough one, but Brad Tavares is a tough dude. I like Brad Tavares in that fight. Brian Bowles is also fighting. I like him in his fight against TM. Rafael da Anjos is taking on George Sotiropoulos. Sotiropoulos is going to bounce back after losing to Dennis Silver. Melvin Guillard, I can't believe he's on the prelims, but he is. He's a dangerous guy in the lightweight division. I like Melvin Guillard to take out Shane Roller via TKO. I'm going to say the first round. Dennis Seaver taking on Matt Wiman. I like Dennis Seaver. That guy looks pretty tough to beat. I don't think he's going to get beat until he's taken on someone. I like him to fight Melvin Guillard actually pretty soon. That would be a really interesting fight. Carlos Condit taking on Dong Hyun Kim. And Carlos Condit, man, he got a brutal knockout of Dan Hardy last time, but it's hard for me to pick against Kim because the guy hasn't officially lost. I mean, he did technically lose a fight, but that was a DQ for the other guy, so whatever. I like him in that one to upset. Remy, what are your picks?
Well, for the first fight, Nietzsche Kawani, it will TKO Andre Winner in the second round. Brad Tavares Aaron Simpson will take Tavares to decision and win that one, 30-27. Brian Bowles will choke out Mizugaki in the third round. George Sott will decision Rafael Dos Anjos. Melvin Guillard will kill Shane Roller in the first round. And Dennis Seaver will defeat Matt Lyman. When Lyman tries to take Dennis Seaver down, he's going to lock up an armbar first round. And Condit will KO Adon Kim in the second round at about the 3:20 mark, to be exact. And those are my predictions for those fights, all of which are insanely stacked. I mean, I love this card. You rarely see such a prelim stack card, and I love it.
Yeah, you are very lucky. You are very lucky if you're going to be either glued to your Facebook watching the prelims, or if you're at the fights and watching them live. Really quick, also, Nate Marquardt and Rick the Horror Story are headlining a UFC live event prior to the UFC 132. I have Nate Marquardt taking out Rick Story via decision. I also like Pat Barry, my up-and-coming Pat Barry, to take down and take out and send Kongo out of the UFC via KO.
Ooh, that's a good prediction. I like it. Yeah, I'm going to say Marquardt's going to use his extreme size advantage to put Rick Story away. Not put him away. Like, he'll take him 3 rounds. And Kongo is just one of the most overrated fighters to ever walk in the UFC, minus Daniel Guerra. And he is going to get slaughtered by leg kicks and outclassed on the feet just everywhere, and then he's going to get knocked silly in the second round. And that will be a wrap for Mr. Chieck Kongo.
Yeah, I don't quite think anyone out in the YouTube universe that makes predictions for these things, I don't think anyone is quite as specific when it comes to how people will win and what exactly will happen. I guarantee you won't find anyone predicting that you have Wanderlei Silva losing via cripple. Yeah, find that on YouTube. I dare you. And I am out.